Do you get osmosis mixed up for diffusion, or you're not even sure whether it is the particle that moves during osmosis or it is the water? Do watch this video to the end because the answer awaits you. Different definitions of osmosis. Now, what prompted this video really is because of I've taken students over the years. I get to see that they get things confused. We actually have about 4 definitions for osmosis, which I'm going to just talk about 3 of them or 2 in this video for the basics of it really. So, well, we need to ask ourselves, what is happening during osmosis? In osmosis, you should know that you have 2 regions must be established. In this instance, I'm talking about region A, region B and region A, that way. Now, and they are being separated by a membrane that is called semi-permeable, or we can say partially permeable. Partially permeable means partially permeable membrane means that it allows only solvent or water to pass through. Well, I believe you know that solvent or water is a liquid that something can dissolve it. So it can dissolve in this instance, what can dissolve in it is going to be sugar or salt. Now, in these 2 regions we have here, so they are separated by this ppm, partially permeable membrane. Is the same thing as saying semi-permeable membrane. Now, this blue substance there represents sugar or salt. So I'm using, in this instance, I'm referring to sugar. It could just be sucrose, but it could be salt also. Then each of these white stuffs refers to water molecules, please. Water molecules. Now, the point is, sorry, let me get that properly. I need to know that this region, of course, just has only water in it. This region doesn't have, it has some water and sugar in it. So which means this area is going to be sweeter than this area. Now, if it was salt, that means this place is going to be saltier than this area. Now, it doesn't mean it has to be a region where there's no water, where there's no salt or sugar at all, compared with where we have salt. It could be just, we have, let's say 1, 2, and 3 salt molecules like that. Let's say you just have 3 like that. But in either case, you know that this area is going to be less salty or less sugary as compared to this area. If that is established, then that means that there's some few things I want us to learn before I will define the osmosis. You should know that this area that has lesser salt or lesser sugar is dilute or has lower concentration. Lower concentration means it has lesser solute. What's the solute? Sugar or salt. All right, it is not so sweet or it's not salty. Let me put this word here. Not salty. That is if what we use was salt. Then it has more water. Obviously, it has more water compared to the solute. Now, coming to this other side here, this area has more sugar or more salt. So we see it has higher concentration. Of course, it's going to be more sweet or salty if it was salt. Please, I want you to get the basics of where I'm going to. And obviously, it has less water. This basics is what you need in defining osmosis without getting it confused. So then let's dive into the real definitions of osmosis. So we can say osmosis is the movement of water from area of lower concentration, to an area of higher concentration through a partially permeable membrane. Now, what do you mean? I'm doing this so I hope you can still see the whole thing there. Now, the point is, looking at this, region A and B, which one has lower concentration? Obviously, it is B. To an area of higher concentration. So it means that water will move from this area to this area. Now, we say lower concentration means it has lesser solute, which is either salt or sugar, to an area that has higher salt or sugar. All right. So this definition is referring to, let me do that. I want to do that properly. It's referring to solute definition. It's talking about amount of solutes it has. So it means from where you have lower solutes to where we have higher solutes. This is very, very important. So that explains. So the first, this is the most common definition. You are moving the water from where you have lower concentration, that means you have lesser salt or sugar, to where we have more sugar or salt. One thing you can also know is that this area that has more sugar or salt needs to get itself diluted, so it sucks in water to itself. Now, the second definition is this: movement of water from area of higher concentration of water. Now, where do you have more concentration of water? Here. That's why I say more water. So from area of higher concentration of water to an area of lower concentration of water. Please let me get. So an area of lower concentration of water. So it means that in this instance, let me do it again. Excuse me. In this instance here, this area B has more water molecules to where we have less water molecules. So it moves like this. So invariably, these definitions means the same thing. So if you want to say is the movement from high concentration to lower concentration, you must say is the movement of water from area of higher concentration of water to an area of lower concentration of water. It's very important to put that way. But if you just say movement of water from area of lower concentration, so from area of high concentration to lower concentration, you've mixed it up in a way. So basically, this one refers to solvent definition. So it means that when you are using this definition, you're referring to solvent. Either way, these two is super correct. I mean, very, very correct. So you need to remember this very well, that the area that has higher concentration, we have less water. The one that has lower concentration, we have more water. Then also, we can call this area hypertonic. It means same thing as saying concentrated, hypertonic. Hypertonic. This area means hypotonic. Hypotonic. So it means that it's dilute. So hypo means low, tonic means concentration, so to say. So those are the other ways you can define it. Now, this definition here is, I literally put it differently here for a reason. It says diffusion of water. Some have heard students say it. You could use it, but it's not the best thing to you because it's a bit confusing, really. It says diffusion of water from area of higher concentration to area of lower concentration. Well, because you are using the word diffusion, we can partially accept it, in my own opinion. The reason why I can accept it partially is this, because diffusion means from area of high concentration to low concentration. So it means when you use this word diffusion, it means you're saying that you're moving water from where water is more to where water is low. It still makes sense. If that is what you meant, or this, if that's what this definition meant, it makes sense. That's the reason why you have to explain, you have to understand that you're already putting into consideration what diffusion means in itself, because diffusion means you are moving a substance from where the substance is small to where it is less. So it means you're telling me in this instance that you're saying that you're moving water from where water is more to where it is less. So because diffusion itself means you are moving any substance from where it is more to where it is less. So you can actually use definition, but it's not sincerely explanatory enough. It's not. That's why I always prefer students to use either of those two definitions, so to say. So these are the three definitions of osmosis. Really, you must remember that you are moving water from where it is small. You can say movement of water from area of lower concentration of solutes to area of higher concentration of solutes. But just saying higher concentration already means you have more solutes. Saying lower concentration already means you have more solutes, so to say. So please make sure that if it means you rewind this video, you should do that. It's very, very simple, really. Very, very simple. It's just the need to understand the context in which the definition comes in. But you use any of this definition, you are super good to go. Hope this video has been helpful in one way or the other. Please feel free to drop your comment and do make sure you subscribe and share this video to your loved ones. Thank you so much for being with me. Bye-bye.